So it's 5 in the morning, and I don't know what happened to my voice, but it's time to get the day started. Phone, wallet, keys. Check. This moment is going to be all too familiar for anyone who goes to my school and has to get to class early in the morning and now work. It's a shuttle. It's a shuttle. So every good intern will have a couple of things on them. All their paperwork and information for that day or the week. Water to stay hydrated. Mints, because got to have some fresh breath. Talking to patients. Writing utensils. A good resource guide. And a clipboard. I have this clipboard from White Coat Clipboards, the pharmacy edition, and it's come in really handy whenever I go on rounds and all over the hospital. Here we are, first thing in the morning in the ER. Things are about to get interesting. So one of the first things we do in the morning is we get our patient list from the nursing station. We work up our patients and then we go do med recs on them. Med recs are basically trying to figure out what medications a patient is taking, make sure we get them the same drugs in the hospital or something equivalent. And we'll go see how that's done. So when we're done with the med recs, we just type them up and put them in the computer. We put in some recommendations. We try to contact the patient's family or providers. And then we wait for a licensed pharmacist to review it and give it the go-ahead. So what typically happens on rounds is we go to several patient rooms and the doctor sort of explains to the patient what's going on, what's happening with their treatment, and if any interventions are necessary, I can sort of say that I did a little bit of research and give that input, and then the doctor will look into it. A couple of times the intervention has been accepted and the doctor has looked into it and changes were made, which is pretty cool. I do need a licensed pharmacist to approve it first though, after the doctor puts it in. But it's interesting to see that interns have that responsibility and respect as well. Baker's our resident. Baker,
Hi.
are we the best interns you've ever had?
You're the best.
Well, what about them two?
I've had better. Just kidding.
So typically after lunch, we come back to our makeshift room and we read something on a certain topic. Today is the guideline on the management of blood cholesterol, and then we go over it with our resident. So another thing we use is Sentry 7 and Quantify to manage and document patient interventions and other cool stuff like dose adjustments, insulin correction, and stuff like that. Just ending the day off with some dinner and some fun with fellow interns and pharmacists at Barcelona. And now it's time for a dessert. Finally back home after a long day, so it must be time to sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the evening. Well, who am I kidding? I gotta pack lunch, change, and do some readings for tomorrow. Right now I'm gonna read the text of J.K. Rowling's speech that she delivered at a Harvard commencement. The reason I'm doing this is because tomorrow we have a leadership seminar, and this is one of the topics we're gonna discuss. So it's gonna be pretty interesting. Well, that's a wrap on the day. Now it's time to go to bed.